know what? The Sonic video is only the third video back, alright? I held off. Anyways, I ran a poll on my Twitter page, Twitter at Blue Genocide, and I asked what would be the Sonic game people would want to see first. And I was a little surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. You know, Sonic 3 is usually the fan favorite. But I'm a little terrified to play it first because it's the longest by far. And as you can see, I'm not playing Vanilla Sonic 3. What you're seeing right now is a mod, not a mod, basically a PC source port of the original Genesis Sonic game called Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. And it's basically everything we'd want from Sega if they would pull their heads out of their ass. We have widescreen, which, you know, we can't even get the iPhone ports of Sonic 1 and 2 that are already made for them on console. Why would they ever do the one that's apparently giving them legal trouble? And I'll go more into that later. We have tons of settings here. Like, I think this is made by one guy. I'll link his Twitter in the YouTube video when this comes out. But this is just crazy, and all you need to do to have this game run is go and buy the emulated Steam port of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is, as far as I know, the last time Sega has put this game out, Sonic 3, 8 years ago. They like to pretend this one doesn't exist for reasons, but I'm going Sonic and Tails. Yeah, Sonic and Tails. See, now I'm gonna have to do them all in reverse order. So this doesn't make any sense. Oh shit. I forgot I was messing with the sound settings. Well, what you heard there, I'll talk about later. And the port also adds the drop dash and the spin dash and the insta peel out. So now I have max control of Sonic. Also, I can trigger Tails' flight, which is kind of hard to do with the, you know, peel out, but whatever. Anyways, I would like to say I'm pretty competent at this by now. I've only been playing these games for 15 years. And, well, I just wanted to play one of my favorite games of all time for you guys. This isn't my favorite. My favorite is actually Sonic CD. But a funny thing has happened with Sonic CD in recent years. See, when Sonic CD was really rare, it was considered to be the hidden gem. The game that, you know, was an acquired taste, but it was really good. But ever since the PS3 and PC port that came out 9 years ago, and iPhone, of course, Android, whatever, Xbox 360, Xbox One, it's become way less popular. And even hated because it's a lot different from the other Sonic games. And you know what? I'm not going to spend this video talking about another Sonic game. So, all I'm going to say is that when I do get to that game, which I guess is going to be after Sonic 2, I'm not going to play these back to back either. I don't want to bore anybody that's not a big Sonic fan. Unless these videos become like super fucking popular. Then I'll go right into Sonic 2. But yeah, I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Always have been. And how I'm going to do these videos is that for the first little bit while I'm collecting the Chaos Emeralds, I'm going to basically just do like maybe 2 zones of video. They're still going to be about a half an hour long because I'm going to be searching for Chaos Emeralds. Oh, you dick. I don't know how that didn't kill him. Anyway. See, there's a lot of interesting things about Sonic 3 that have come out in recent time. Like, rather recently, a very interesting prototype was leaked of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that finally answered some prototype questions that we all had. Because you know what? There were prototypes of Sonic 3 that were out there before this. But all of them were from when they were going to release Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the lock-on card, as one cartridge, just as a special edition for people who wanted it. But not really a prototype of Sonic 3, like they'd usually predate Sonic and Knuckles and would have the lock-on content. So I don't know why they're considered Sonic 3 prototypes in the first place, but like whatever. But the recent prototypes are very interesting because they come at a point in development where you can tell that they were splitting things up and even making some last minute changes. I say last minute, but like it's very, very I would say it's probably about 70% done, if that, because the Sonic 3 level designs are basically finalized as far as I know, but everything around them is very different, and like Sonic doesn't even have his Sonic 3 animations yet. He has his colors, but like not the animations that he would have. It's still Sonic 2. The sound driver is still like a work in progress version from in between Sonic 1 and 2. And like collision's all messed up and the music, well, I already said the music, but and here we are at the end of Act 1. It only took me about 2 minutes if you don't count the special stages. Oh, cool. Water shield. One of my favorite additions that this game added over all the other Genesis Sonic games were the elemental shields. And it sucked how long they wanted to keep everyone that wasn't the electric shield away again. But anyway, I'm gonna get this, not because it's better than the fire shield, but because I can't keep the water shield here in a second. We're going right into my second Chaos Emerald. I'm not going to get a perfect on all of these, just because it's a waste of time, really. I'm not going to die enough to use those continues. I might try to go for this one, because it's kind of rather easy, but past this, if I get a perfect, I get a perfect. I don't care. Maybe I'll start them up again when I have to collect the second half of the Chaos Emeralds, or the Super Emeralds. But we'll see. See, on Angel Island alone, I can get a maximum total of 4 Chaos Emeralds that I know about. So usually I can have all of them by Hydrocity Zone. And we'll talk about more why I call it Hydrocity Zone in a little bit. But what is there to say about these special stages other than they're inspired by King Kai? Dragon Ball Z. I mean, Super Sonic obviously came from Dragon Ball, and so did Shadow, like later. That's pretty obvious. And honestly, Knuckles might as well be Piccolo. Or even like Tien or something. There we go, perfect. We got the Kirby Emerald. There's another continue that you'll never see me use. Honestly, if I fuck up bad enough to use any of them, it would be only one of them. I'm not gonna die that much, honestly. I love this little part with the 3D rendered barrels, even though they're probably not actually 3D rendered. So, see, I grew up at a weird time to be a Sonic fan. And you know what? Honestly, my story isn't too different from any YouTuber right now that's like, Sonic 1, you know, has aged poorly. Sonic 2 Metropolis Zone bad. Sonic 3 is great. Sega bad. I'll talk more about that later. Like, you know, I got lots of time to talk about all these topics. Alright, now I just kind of want to focus on Sonic 3. And I'm not going to sit here and explain to you how the mechanics work, because I don't know, I feel like that would make me look like a shithead. You know what? Honestly, this game has been played by so many different people and like so many different channels that I would believe that even if you haven't played it yourself, you know what's going on. I don't want to like sit here and explain how rings work or how, you know, I just don't want to be one of those YouTubers. I'm just here to have a good time and maybe have some people entertained by what I'm doing. That's all I want here. Wow, I'm already at 9 lives. See, if you're not air dashing past the bomber shoots, oh, I forgot that they made this harder in this version. This is actually a setting you can turn on. Yeah, they actually make it possible for you to get hit by that other than holding right. I forgot all about that. I use the drop dash more because I love the drop dash. 1, 2. You know what? Honestly, this might be one of the hardest bosses in the game. It's just really easy for a dork like me to get hit and like fall off and die. Like, honestly, those pits are more dangerous than him, but still. And then don't peel out off the edge like an idiot. But either way, I finished it. Way to go. Alright, so I'm sure even with the special stages, I haven't been recording for 10 minutes yet, so we're going to do Hydrocity Zone as well. I'm going to have to explain that music here. Because I know if you've played the Genesis version of Sonic 3, you haven't heard that. But that's actually a okay, well, I was gonna say it's the 1997 PC Sonic and Knuckles Collection version of the music. Because when that version came out, I believe it was the first port that Sonic 3 got. I think even before Sonic Jam. I could be wrong on that. But I know Sonic Jam has the normal Genesis music. Sonic Jam was on the Sega Saturn, of course. But actually, that is prototype music from the beta that was just leaked. See? I came back to what I was talking about. And, you know, I must have set it in the settings just to mess around with it. I'm going to keep it, though, because you know what? If you hear the music too well, I'm probably going to get copyright striked anyways. So, who cares? Or, you know, copyright striked by people that don't even own the content that they say they do. Also, this is the most dickheaded badnik in the entire game. That little piranha thing. That could be an insta-kill. I don't know what they were thinking with it. Because it grabs onto you, right? And then it just drains your rings until you can either move in a left or right pattern fast enough. Like it'll it takes away your speed. You can't spin dash, you can't jump. I don't even think you can roll. And usually it's just an instant death. Now that I'm in actually Hydrosity Zone, I guess I should talk about why I call it Hydrosity Zone. Look, I'm not one of those people that say that Hydrosity Zone is the way you're supposed to say it. It was meant to be Hydro City Zone. But I think if they thought of it, it would have been Hydrosity Zone. Because let's face it, it sounds way cooler. I'm gonna just be real with you. That's the most treacherous part of this entire special stage, honestly. I hate that part. This is just where I stopped caring about specials. Yep. Alright. So that's 5. 4. Oh, I must have... Oops. So while I was talking, I must have just completely forgot to go grab that last Chaos Emerald on Angel Island. Oh well. We're already on the first boss. The hitbox on this thing was always weird to me. That's okay. Done. Well, that probably means I'll only have 6 Chaos Emeralds unless I can really figure out where another one is here. I know that there's a lot of special stage rings in this level actually, but I don't know where a lot of them are, and I have bad luck finding them. I know 2 that I have access to here, but even if I don't get it, like Marble Garden, there's at least a few places I can get it, and if not there, Carnival Night, the zone after that, I'll get the 7 Chaos Emeralds. You don't have to worry about that. It might actually be nice not spamming Supersonic this entire game too. Also, I just gotta say that, you know, water levels have a stigma. But this one is my jam. This is probably easily one of the best zones in normal Sonic 3. Maybe even Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm not too sure about that, though. But I love this zone so much. It's not my favorite zone in Sonic 3, but it very well could have been if another one didn't exist. Nah, see, I'm getting a little too early here. What I love a lot about this zone is that when you go to explore, you can do this. You can roll back up and just shoot yourself out. There we go. So you might be wondering, why doesn't Sega just release this for, get the guy who made this port and just get him to release it on console and make people pay for it? And I would say you're right, but somebody at Sega just doesn't think, you know. It was a miracle we got Mania, and I'm almost a little worried that they're not going to follow up on Mania. You know, the most successful thing they've released in years. They didn't even make. Well, they helped. They helped. I'm a little too cynical to Sega. Not that they don't deserve it, though, because let me just say that, you know, I was a Sonic fan in 2006, alright? I deserve to make fun of them. Because here's the thing, right? In 2006, I was 8 years old. And I was the dorky kid in school. And I liked this platformer that nobody understood why. I would try to tell people to play their games. And I got really excited because not only was this coming out, Sonic 06, not this, a brand new next-gen Sonic game, but then there was going to be a Game Boy Advance port so more people could play the original game. Like, oh, I'm laughing about it now, but in another mood I could be totally pissed off about it. Let me just say it didn't help my popularity when people were wasting their money on that and those two. Wasn't fun. Alright, there we go. That's 5 now. Two to go. I'll probably have the second one by the end of this level, but I'm not thinking that I will have the last one. Which sucks, because I really wanted to get all the Chaos Emeralds done the first part, but I just wasn't paying attention when... Alright, we're gonna rev. Oh, I guess we gotta do it the slow way, because no, I'm not gonna show myself try to rev that up 3 times. Okay, I got... Good thing that thing grabbed me, or I would have ran right into those spikes. This is a completely useless invincibility, by the way. You hit it just because it's invincibility, but really... I can't think of a purpose for this one. Well, I guess right there. I guess it's not entirely useless, but you know, they could have just taken out the invincibility and moved those enemies back a little bit, and I feel like it was placed out of laziness. Like they were like, you know what? Those enemies are kind of an ass design to put them there. What are we going to do to solve it? Well, I don't feel like moving them. So let's just place an invincibility here. And you know what? If they don't pick it up, it's their fault. That guy probably got a raise. Okay, just because I get confused in this one, I'm not gonna perfect it, even though it's a pretty easy one to perfect. feel like if you go in a straight line as long as you can, that's the easiest way to do this one. Not that any of the Sonic 3 ones are that hard to me anymore. Alright, so we're just gonna... obviously went the wrong way there. $20 to go. I'll just jump back in. Alright, that's the 6th. I totally could have had the 7th if I was paying attention in Angel Island, but... you know what? I'm recording. I'm allowed to make a mistake. Oh, whoops. Well, that's okay. I'll take a water shield. Dang it. This is my favorite thing to do as a kid. Whee. Oh, Knuckles. Once again using his prototype music, and we'll just speed up by bouncing. Oh, sure, I'll take a chance to earn some more extra lives, why not? I do not want that fire shield. Aw, dang it. Because the problem with the fire shield is as soon as I enter the water, yeah, it's gone. Great. Oh well. What I loved is that in Mania, you get to use this specific Eggmobile to really screw over Robotnik with it. Frag out. Whoops. This is not a hard fight, by the way. There we go. It's done. I think there's a little bit of a glitch in the animation there when I busted open the capsule. I'm not too sure, though. And we get shot up right into the next level. Easily the worst zone in the game. I'll talk more about that in the next part, but I think I've been recording long enough here. So, in the next part, we'll go through this zone and Carnival Night Zone, try to get that last Chaos Emerald, and hopefully you guys are just enjoying it, you know? I'm really happy to share one of my favorite games with you guys, and you know what, if you enjoy the video, please leave a comment or like subscribe. You know, I know that's the basic bitch thing to say, but you know, it's really helping me right now and I would appreciate it. Thanks so much guys for watching. Have a good night.